Shoot that back, shoot it back. Welcome to the Barrel Buddies. I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ.
We have a great show tonight. We have Knob Creek, and we have two awesome selections from Knob Creek. One of them is the Knob Creek 9-year.
Hello, Knob Creek 9-year.
If we can get that into focus. There it goes. Knob Creek 9-year. 100 proof? Yeah.
100 proof.
I don't have to stop her for that.
And our second offering, we're doing the Quarter Oak. The Knob Creek Quarter Oak.
Which I'm very excited about.
Same here.
I'm looking forward to the Quarter Oak.
Let's see.
I'm excited to do the Quarter Oak, which is, I think, what we poured first, yes?
Yeah, why don't you go, if there are any facts on the bottle you want to, read to the crew
I've done
here?
a little bit of research on the Quarter Oak, just a little. So the Quarter Oak is your 9-year. This has been flavor profiled by Fred No, which is the great-great-grandson of Jim Beam. So that's kind of a big deal. This is a bean.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's
Billy
right.
Ray Cyrus. Don't break my heart.
Achy, breaky heart.
Okay.
And so this is a portion of this has been rested in quarter cask barrels, and then it gets married back up with the 9-year.
Oh,
Interesting.
So
Okay.
it gets pulled out during the 9-year aging process, put into quarter casks, which are they're miniatures, right? They're little miniature casks.
Yeah.
Little American oak casks,
Here's a
and
little
then
flavor.
they're married back up during the mixing process, which we've talked about before. That's what makes a small batch, right? You're blending all those different barrels, and so they just blend quarter oak barrels that they have rested back into, which gives you the Quarter Oak Knob Creek. So
it
Very nice.
absorbs a little more of the oak than
a little more
usual.
tanniny, a little more charcoal.
Biff tannins.
Biff tannins.
And in tasting this ahead of time, I get cigar.
Ooh.
I get that heavy tobacco,
Like a toasty barrel.
very toasty barrel.
I get a little. It's a little toast. I get some buttered toast,
Yeah,
burnt toast.
I do get that char. Yep.
yeah. Buttered toast, I think, is a good one. That little acrid char on the nose.
I do get the buttery. Yes, definitely.
Butterscotch, buttery.
But then I get some cinnamon, like a little warm baking spice. Not much, maybe more nutmeg than cinnamon. I think that this is a little warmer and more full-bodied than pointed cinnamon.
Clovish. A little bit of
Could be
clove.
clove, yeah.
Oh, Jamba, now you want to come live on the show because I won't berate you on the show.
Oh, but you will.
Oh, and jumps
and here
right
we go.
on Zach.
Back to Zach.
Ridiculous.
She remembered. She goes, you know what? I enjoyed last week.
Yeah,
so
she
much.
knows it's showtime.
Did it-
Showtime,
coming back.
Coming back. All right. Well, I think left to right. I think I've got a nice nose on this, and I would tell you that I'm going to live score. I think I'd encourage the same.
All right, we'll do it.
Based on this, I'm going to give it a 2. I don't think it's anything special. It's kind of what I would expect, but it's good. I mean, there's nothing bad about this.
For nose, 2?
I almost want to go 1.5. I mean, I don't really. It's nothing super.
I'm going
special.
1 on the nose.
Are you guys getting any citrus in this or no? Is it
No,
just me?
I don't have any citrus in this.
That might be Jamba's smell.
John was butthole.
Barn Door, good evening as well. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Yeah, I get no citrus. I get a lot of wood though, like that sandalwood, vanilla, like fresh sand.
Maybe that's what I was
sanded wood, not sandalwood, but sanded wood, like that smell when you're sanding wood, that opening up the pore of the material.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I get that.
I
Like sawdust.
Yeah.
Kind of too.
It's nothing to write home about. It's very one-sided,
It is
sweet.
I'm just saying
oaky.
it's there,
Yeah.
This is something that I expected. I'll give it a 2.
But I've had several. We've had several whiskeys that have a much better nose than this. That makes you kind of go, "Wow, what a nose! I can just smell it. I don't have to drink it." 1.5.
It gets 1 for me. Flat 1.
I might change
Okay.
mine too. Actually,
What are you giving it, Zach?
I'll give it a 1. To be honest with you,
It's not wowing me,
because
obviously.
I'm not really getting
Okay.
a whole lot.
But it's not even it's not ooh. I'm
yeah. All I'm getting is oak. All I'm getting is wood.
It's very oak.
Very wood.
very woody.
Very wood.
Almost, it's almost like the mesquite crown. Did you have that special release of Crown last year where they added bits of mesquite wood? It's almost fake. It's not, but not in a bad way. The Crown I thought was a bad way. This is more nasty.
So taste, I'm not a fan. It's
Well, how
very
many sips have
watery.
you had? Was that your second taste?
Yeah.
Oh, wood. All over
It's
the
like
place.
water-soaked
Just oak.
alcoholic wood, oak.
It's kind of like barrel tea. A little barrel tea.
What is that? Barrel tea. What is that?
It's when the whiskey has literally just taken on the flavor character of the barrel.
Oh,
So-
that's like the
So
terminology
the
for it?
terminology that they'll call that is barrel tea.
Barrel
Oh.
It's like it's no longer whiskey. It's literally like you've soaked the barrel is the
Like
tea
that.
bag, man.
I got it.
I see.
Barrel tea, like
Tea.
Barrel
English tea.
Would you like
That
some
barrel
tea?
respiration has put too much of the barrel.
And out.
The Lamaze.
Yeah.
Ah, so cold goes in. Warm
I-
You know, I'm
comes out.
not hating it.
I'm giving it a 1.5.
It's
Hang on to your third sip here.
I don't like the
1 to 1.5 for taste. I'm getting
Normally-
like pepper,
Yeah, normally the ethanol
no
kinda goes
Kentucky
away.
hug.
kind of goes away after that third sip, but I'm
Yeah.
still getting a lot of heat, a lot of alcohol.
So for those that are just joining the show, welcome. We're the Barrel Buddies. We are bringing 2 offerings of Knob Creek tonight. And our first offering, which I'm already kind of shitting on, is our Knob Creek Quarter Oak. I'll put this up to the camera so our friends can see it
Maybe
again.
it just doesn't pair well with Parmesan.
No, I've already tried to clear my palate. I've had a little bit of
Just saying.
Parmesan crisps and some almonds.
what about some wasabi? Maybe that'll go along with
Oh
wasabi.
yeah, some wasabi. I bet it does go well with wasabi.
I'm telling you.
Little wasabi and bourbon.
It's not that good.
Um,
It's not good.
Yeah.
1.5 on taste.
All right. I think you're shitting on it a little much, a little more than I would. So I'm giving it a 1.5 on the nose. For the flavor profile, though, I get some warm vanilla, like a vanilla latte vanilla. It's very oaky and woodsy, and if that's not your flavor profile, then this is not your whiskey.
No, I like-
He hit the nail on the head. Not my flavor profile.
Dude, I like dried fruit. I like like something that's
Yeah.
like something sugary, something that's butterscotch,
And
something that you can really pull out of it.
Yeah,
This tastes like wood. I don't like it.
that toasty character. I think one of the things I picked out when I first tried this was I said cigar, that burning tobacco. I mean, I still picked that out, but I kind of like that, so I'm giving this a 2.
Okay.
I kind of like it.
I think that's fine. Zach, what do you give
Of
it
all
for
the Knob
taste?
Creeks, and listen, I don't usually like Knob Creek. I would drink this again.
1.5. I still keep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with Zach. 1.5 for taste, 1 for smell. Actually, I'll give it 1. I'll give it 1.5 for smell, 1.5 for taste. I'm
All
up
right.
to a 3.
All right, it was $49 for this bottle.
Real? Wow, that seems a bit steep. I thought it was more like 40.
49.
49.
Ouch.
What's the?
You're more than welcome to take it home with you tonight.
That's not barrel proof, is it?
I don't think this is
100?
barrel proof. No,
It-
this
it-
is
it-
100 proof.
It
100?
might
Okay, that's
go.
normal.
It might go down the sink or end up in the drink for effect bin.
I will take it home.
That is no. That's a guest whiskey.
That's a guest.
I have
whiskey.
too many already, so he's taking it home for
I'll
his
take that
whiskey.
home for my guest whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would happily serve that, and this is one of those. I think this is one of those great guest whiskeys that you can tell your guests that you're pouring it for. Oh, I got this very special thing for you. But will I buy this again? No.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a 1 on value.
If you have somebody that likes Knob Creek, if they're a Knob Creek head, they'll love these
I
different
disagree.
variants.
I completely disagree.
You think so?
I think
not
this is
like
not.
regular Knob
This is
Creek.
not like regular Knob
Okay.
Creek.
Very much outside of the normal
Our
flavor
show
profile.
last week where we did the 15 year, I was fucking amazed, blown away.
I enjoyed that. I like
liked
the
it.
15 year.
I know I
And
said I
the
liked it on the
Stolen
show,
Barrel
but-
was very good too.
Yes, that store pick
Yeah,
was
I
fantastic.
like that. But this one seems like it's like on the shallow end of
Definitely on the shallow end.
being good.
In the chat, Top Feed Coco, you guys didn't tell me you were getting Knob Creek, jerks.
Sorry.
Top Feed says, I'm a Knob Creek head. That stuff is for lames.
Yeah, I agree, Top Feed.
Well, the quarter oak was garbage. If you watch our show last week, we did a single barrel store pick, which was Heaven Nectar.
Stolen Barrel.
And then it was called Stolen Barrel. And then the other one was the 15-year. Woo, doggy.
Yeah.
That was so good. BJ didn't like it. 15-year, I thought it was great. It just everything that Knob Creek represents. Today we're starting with the quarter oak. For those that are just joining us, because I've seen we have a few more people join.
Of all the Knob Creek, I would
Quarter oak.
come back to this before I'd come back to either of the two last week, but it's not.
And then afterwards, we're going to do a single barrel 9-year.
What is this?
I don't know.
After.
It's just it's a weird. Like,
It's
All right.
weird.
I don't know.
I'm not
Maybe
gonna-
maybe I.
I don't think I'm going to finish this. Does anybody else want to finish theirs?
I mean, I'm going to just pound it for effect.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
okay.
Are you going to pound yours for effect?
Why not?
I'm not. I'll be back.
I'll pound it for effect. But that quarter oak. The orc.
That
Orc.
That orc.
Those orcs storming the castle.
Yeah, that orc oak.
Quarter oak is Garbo. So my
Yeah.
taste. Let me get to our ratings here. So taste gets a 1. I gave nose and value. No. Sorry, value gets a 1. Nose and taste total was 3, 1.5 each. So 4 out of 10. Obviously no blown away bonus. I would not buy this. I would not buy it again. I don't believe it's worth the money, and would not put it on my shelf. I don't like it. Zach, what do you got? Total score.
I'd say 1, 2, 1. So 1 nose, 2 taste. I mean, it's Knob Creeky.
Okay.
You know what you.
It's the same as my score.
Right.
Okay.
And so 1 on the value. I wouldn't buy it.
Really quick in the chat, Uncle Punky in the house from the
Uncle
SFO.
Punky!
Hey, we're from where?
SFO.
Dude, you're traveling some good
Yeah.
spots right now.
There is a place in little SFO, Plump Jack. Look for Plump Jack Provisions. They are a great liquor store.
Plump Jack. Okay.
I know.
Provisions.
They were the ones that I was able to acquire my first Weller foolproof barrel pick from.
Wow.
Kind of a big deal. Kind of a
A
big
little big
deal.
deal.
Toffee Cocoa, have you been drinking? If not, you need to get a drink.
Just a little.
I found out how to never get banned, fellas. I love taxes and government and perversion. As we all. I mean, those are great.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? Anyway.
Can the camera see you, Jamba, down here?
Yeah,
This is like week 2 of sit on Zach's lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. You can kind of... There, I do a little shift. Anyway. I think that kind of wraps it up. BJ, do you want to go over your total score really quickly? And any last notes on Quarter Oak?
1.5 for the nose, 2 for the taste, 1 for the value for a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah.
I like how we're all kind of close, in our
Right.
scoring. And you were kind of giving me a little shit. But I think...
A little, because I think that I think that for the amount of shit you gave it, I think a 4 is generous out of you. I think I was expecting more like a 2.
No.
Wait, can you give it a 0?
You could be like, screw this. No, this is nothing.
No, if it's undrinkable,
Yeah.
0.
Well, that sounds like. Well, I shouldn't say anything. But
No, I mean, I'd pound it. It's not
Yeah.
terrible. Terrible is a 0, guys. You sip it and you're like,
Terrible.
OMG, what is
Yeah,
this
like
dog
Polish,
shit?
like the Polish apple liquor that we drank on the SHOT Show.
right. Yeah.
No, Malort.
Well,
Like Bird Dog.
Malort. No, you're Malort guy with me. Me and Malort.
Lord.
What are the vials we were drinking in
Oh
beers on?
no! It's
Oh, God.
Underberg.
Underberg. Oh, God.
That's supposed to settle your stomach, but
Shelly, how you doing? Welcome to the Barrel Buddies. Welcome
We
to the chat.
digress.
And thanks for joining us
The
today.
digestivo makes you throw up Evo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, we'll tell this story one of these days.
I've
But
never puked in unison with somebody.
yeah, me and
until
BJ
this guy.
did this crossing the streams double puke in my kitchen sink at the old house after we drank I don't know how much Underberg.
I don't know. 3
Underberg.
vials? 4 vials?
4 vials, and I had to pay for a round because I got the lowest
You got the
number.
low number. I got the low number twice.
Bad.
Pour
Yeah,
that
I got a sample of it, and I was like, I don't ever want to have this ever again.
Barn Door asks, is the Quarter Oak a limited
give a
release
little
or part of their normal line?
Um, So this is part of their normal line.
But it's limited. So it only comes out like once a year for like 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
And it was not that hard to get. Remember, the first 12 weeks of this year, we're doing back to basics. This is all stuff that should be very easy for you guys to get.
Every liquor store that we've been to, I've seen quarter oak and 9 year.
And that's been the point, right? We're making a commitment to you guys. Everything we do,
you can go get.
The next 10 weeks now is going to be stuff you can walk into a grocery store or a corner liquor store and you can get. This is very accessible.
Super easy to find. Easy to find, very affordable too.
Yeah, and Knob Creek, right? I think it gets a bad rap. It's kind of like grandpa's or your uncle's whiskey, bourbon. Bourbon.
I think it's disgusting.
Some people really shit on it.
It's funny, like we had the same comment. We had the same conversation about Elijah Craig.
Bottle in my toilet.
I love Elijah Craig.
Elmer Romero in the chat says, yes, beer zombies. Welcome. And yes, we love beer zombies.
Yeah,
Shout out to Chris. Shout out to BZ.
To the BZ.
You can usually find us when we convert over to Beer Junkies, beer barrel buddies.
Beer-ol buddies.
Beer-ol buddies.
Beer-ol buddies?
Usually on the weekends, we'll head over to their locations here in Vegas and hang out. So
yeah, a little Chris, a little craft beer app.
Yeah, and our buddy Vinny Cola and Chasen and all the crew.
Yeah, the crew, man.
Yeah, anyway. We digress a little bit.
Yeah, so the 9 year.
The 9 year. I'm excited for this.
So this 9 year is different than your standard. This one. So here's one of the things that we learned is that Knob Creek stopped.
Kirkland.
Hey, we like Kirkland, man.
Yeah, but you know.
So one of the things that Knob Creek and the Beam Suntory team stopped doing was they stopped putting their aging statement on their barrels. Or on their bottles.
Really quick, Barnder says, never seen a lot of quarter oak in my area, but seen lots of the 9 and 12. So yeah, I think that quarter oak may be a little bit more tougher to find.
Could be.
Well, they said limited release, who knows? Maybe just one shot.
But the 9 and the 12, I've heard very good things about. The blue label 12, the red label 15 in the wooden box.
That's hard to get.
Tasty. But that's hard to get if you can.
We did an easy to get and a hard to get last week.
Yeah.
I guess we're kind of doing an easy to get, hard to get this week too.
Yeah.
So stop putting they stopped putting their aging statement on their bottles, but this particular, the small batch, they put the aging statement of 9 years on it. We're pretty excited about this.
This smells so good. Just to interrupt you,
yeah?
I'm getting like wafts of like caramel, like just sitting in my glass at this distance. I'm getting like
caramel
punched in the face with butterscotch, caramel.
This is
I'll give you butterscotch.
I love this nose.
Yeah.
I love this. It amazes me how much of a difference this is with the quarter oak.
Super sugary. I like it.
It's very sugary, like an orange. I get like an orange can,
like a little zest in there. Zest.
Yeah, a little orange zest. This does have some citrus in the front of it.
Maybe I was wanting the other.
This is like a butterscotch. They basically
a lot of butterscotch.
What are the
Bourbons?
cups?
Bourbons.
Pudding cups.
What?
A butterscotch pudding cup. What are those called? The little snack packs. It's a snack pack of butterscotch pudding is what this smells like to me.
I don't know about
it's
that.
Bringing me back to the good old days.
It's very butterscotchy, absolutely.
All right. A little butterscotch. I get a little orange
on that,
but I think that's the butterscotch.
Interesting taste. Interesting.
This almost drinks like a scotch. What do you guys think?
Doesn't live up to the smell.
Yeah. What you're smelling, you're not tasting.
Well, that's a first sip. Hang tight.
But it's not a bad thing though.
Right.
Drink's hot.
It does. It's hot, guys. So this wow, surprisingly good observation. Hot. Ooh, yeah, it's a little hot, and it's not
and it's really bright.
It's not Kentucky Hug hot. It's ethanol hot.
It's like burn your mouth hot.
Yeah, you're gonna cough after you
red
drink
hot.
it hot.
Like hot tamales hot.
It's red hot, cinnamon hot,
very
burning.
Peppery, very like.
So I'm getting a lot of like spearmint in the back end, like Wrigley's, like a little.
You look like you just ate like a jalapeno.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's like old gum.
Big Red.
Big
you
red
chew
gum?
gum.
Oh, okay.
You chew gum for a
Yeah,
long time, and at
yeah.
the tail end, this is what you get, and I hate that.
It's like Big Red.
I don't know.
It's like Big Red, that minty cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon,
So-
cinnamon minty, but not in a good way.
So let me say this. So like a really good bourbon that I enjoy, right? So the first, second, and third taste, everything just melts over your mouth, right? Melts in your mouth, and like you get that Kentucky hug. This, you drink it, and like it doesn't have
Shallow
that,
and short.
Yeah, it doesn't have that lasting
Shallow,
effect.
It dies fast.
Yeah,
Shallow.
yeah. That's a
So usually-
Dies fast.
Usually when you drink something, you have a little bit of an effect, a little aftertaste, sticks that cloyiness that sticks in your mouth. and
after about a second or two, it just
this just is gone,
it's like a fart in the wind. Weird.
completely gone. Pronounced caramel or caramel.
Oh.
So I'm a Midwest boy from Ohio. My roots, we say caramel.
So I'm gonna jump in on this.
That's
Let's
fine.
jump in on this because
I mean, I that's where I grew up.
it's an
That's-
argument I'm ready to have.
Family said it that way. Friends said it that way.
An argument I'm ready to have
It's not an argument. I think
It
it's
is.
just from different areas
No.
of the country.
because it's two different things.
It's country accent.
It's no.
Yeah.
It's two different things.
What is it?
There's caramel,
Yeah.
which is a liquid. That is a liquid, movable, pourable substance.
Oh, I didn't know this.
And then
Okay.
there's caramel, which is a solid.
the candy.
It is a chewy, solid substance.
You
there
just-
are two things.
yeah, you
there's
just,
caramel, which you pour and is a liquid. Then there's caramel, which is a solid.
Wow.
Wow,
two
the
things.
Wow,
authoritative.
That is no
Answer.
Wow, I will agree with you. on
Wow.
that.
So I'm gonna just pause anybody that's ready to get into this.
So you're
Barn
not
Door is giving
Time
you
out.
shit in the chat about
Time
it.
out. And I want you to think about it for a second, because when you get a caramel apple,
right?
it's not falling off the apple; it's solid. But if you had a caramel dip, then it's dripping down your arm.
Yeah.
So remember that. I'm just,
I'll
argue that all day.
Dip and drown.
Elmer in the chat says, "Is it cinnamon like
Is it
Fireball?"
No,
No.
no.
Honestly, I think Fireball has a really nice, sweet, cinnamony aftertaste,
Yeah.
and that lingers. And this
Now
doesn't.
this is like
This is kind of
I
like
don't know. This drinks like a.
It burns like the cinnamon in Fireball, but it doesn't last. It's not enjoyable. You have to pick it. You have to really stick to
You
it.
drink it, it hits your tongue, and then it just evaporates. you
Yeah.
know?
overall.
I don't know.
I'm a little disappointed tonight right now.
Yeah.
I was hoping one of these was going to be like really good. I found some hidden gem.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
both
no.
of these are kind of drink for
Like,
effect.
Yeah,
I like the 9-year better than the quarter, but
I'm with Zach, so I'm gonna go through my
am,
ratings.
I am too. I'm with you guys on that. I would drink this over the quarter.
So here's the thing:
Nose,
smell,
taste, aroma,
nose.
or aroma, taste.
I'll go through
value.
mine really quick.
Wait, what'd you pay for this bottle?
I think that was $40.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we'll
remember
take
right?
that into account when we get to value.
Yeah.
Nose gets a 3. I love this flippin' nose. Like
Yeah. and
it's
you're-
so. I just want to keep.
Okay.
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to taste it.
Oh, and you're ready to taste it after.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, if this tastes as good as it smells,
Then
I
it
think that
goes,
should bring the
yeah,
rating
then
of
it
your
just
nose
falls
down.
short.
But
it gets a 3. This is what a nose should be. 3 on the nose. Taste gets a 1. Value. It's tough because the taste is bad, so I don't want to give it. There's plenty of sub $40 bourbons
Yeah.
that taste way better, so it gets a 1. So the 3 plus the 1 plus the 1,
5.
Cinco gets a little 5 for me.
Cinco.
That's 1 better than the Quarter Oak. 5 out of 10. No blown away bonus, obviously.
Right.
Hold on, really quick. Would I bite again? No.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
What do you got, Zach?
I mean, like we bought it to experience Knob Creek.
Yeah.
I think I've had Knob Creek before. I just don't remember it, and that's probably why I haven't bought it again.
Right.
So, the nose, I'll give it a 2. I thought the nose was great.
That only gets a 2 then?
Yeah, well,
It's what you'd expect. It's fine.
it's what I'd expect. I've had much better noses. I don't know, like
Okay.
Yeah, for
That's
me-
fine. Everyone has their own opinion.
Taste 1, definitely
Okay.
1. Value, I would say 2. But when it comes to value, I would definitely get like I would definitely go for like a Wild Turkey rare breed for the same price, or
That's a killer value right
and
now.
in like an Elijah Craig like small
So-
batch, I'd buy that over this.
It's a
Like,
kill. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Here's what I'll say about both of these, though. Use them as mixers. On the rocks and mixers.
Oh,
I mean,
dude, yeah, make
Diet
some-
Coke,
yeah,
Dr.
make,
Pepper,
make an old fashioned with it.
ginger ale. Mix these up with something. And
Yeah, that's a
you're-
good mixer.
Yeah,
Definitely.
these are both great
Yeah, you don't want
mixers.
dog shit for your mixers, so get middle of the road, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Before we get to you, BJ, we got some chat here. Let's see here. What did I miss here? Was that... I missed that, Uncle Punky. You just said I concur, but maybe that's about BJ's caramel comment.
Oh, I hope so.
Barndoor says, if you heat caramel into a liquid, does it become caramel?
Of course it does.
It's
Liquid,
the authority
caramel,
right there.
solid.
I mean, you're watching a YouTube video, so there's no more higher authority than that.
Listen, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Bingo. Shelly says, how could you make it better if you bought it by mistake? Asking for a friend. Mix it with something. I kind of answered that, Shelly. Absolutely mix it with
What's
something.
your bitters?
Bitters are probably...
You don't want to
in
make
the
an
corner
old
of the
fashioned,
kitchen. You don't want an old...
do you?
Actually, no. I think an old fashioned from the 9-year would be really
okay.
solid.
It'd be okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to dash some bitters. So
Shelly, I wouldn't.
Here-
Don't pour another...
here's what I would say. You can dash some bitters into it, and you can always throw some soda water, club soda or seltzer.
Yes, I agree.
I think that that's a lost drink. The whiskey and soda, the real whiskey and soda, not the Jack and Cola, but the whiskey and soda. That's a good drink, and I think that's something that you could do to this that would make it very enjoyable. And if you bought it by mistake, you could still make this a very drinkable thing.
And also, say like if you put this on the rocks, make it super cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's
Yeah, but then we're kind of just talking about like the average Joe bourbon.
right. But we bought it by mistake. So how do we you know
That's
deal
true.
with the mistake?
And I'll be honest with you, there's plenty of people that they buy a bottle, they're stuck with it for a couple weeks before
Apple
they,
juice
you know.
too. I always like a 1-to-1 apple juice, apple cider with
That's
a little
so weird. Seriously?
Really?
bourbon. Seriously.
I have not done that before.
Oh,
I've
it's
never
delish.
heard that.
One of my favorite drinks when I was in college was actually
What is that called?
embarrassing. It was orange juice and Maker's Mark. 1-to-1.
I wouldn't say that on this show.
Wow.
You might lose credibility.
No, it was
This-
really good.
This sounds very brass monkey.
Maker's Mark and
Yeah,
orange juice
it does sound
was
very brass monkey.
great.
But you never know. That might be delicious.
So I would say
Like you said, it is.
bourbon and orange juice. It's not as crazy as it sounds.
And apple juice too.
All right, my score.
Your score.
I'm gonna give the nose a 2.
Okay.
It didn't blow me away, but it was a good nose. I thought it was much better than the quarter barrel. But it smells like whiskey. I mean, it's got the nice caramel, butterscotch, really butterscotch. I think that's the better flavor profile that you get in the nose. I'm giving the flavor profile a 1.
Yeah.
It's nothing to write home about, and it's Knob Creek. It's very Knob Creek for me, which is very bright and acidic, and kind of reminds me of vomit.
Jeez.
Wow.
We talked about sitting on the curb at Knob Creek last week, and I'm still sitting on the curb. And then for value, $40. It's a 9-year. It's a small batch. I mean, when I think about would I pay $40 for Elijah Craig small batch? Yes. Do I think that's a value? Yes,
That's
because
the
I think
big
it's really
bottle,
good. And this is a bigger bottle than the quarter barrel. I mean,
Well, no, I was going to say the Elijah. That's $40.
I think these are both 750s. They just look weird
no,
sizes.
this is not a 750.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is a 750.
Yeah.
I stand correct.
Yeah.
I'll give the value a 1.5.
Okay. What's your total score then?
So that means I am coming in at a 4.5,
Okay.
which is exactly what I scored the quarter barrel at.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to write home about. I love the nose on the 9-year. I think we all kind of agreed that.
I'm really glad we did this though, because
Same.
again, Knob Creek very accessible. You can go buy it. And
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe you like Knob Creek. Maybe you are a Knob Creek head, as we talked about, and you love this.
And Knob
I'm
Creek.
Just not.
No, but think about this. A lot of people, like, they're limited. Like, where they live, they don't have access to a lot of good stuff. They're stuck kind of with, like, the Knob Creeks, the Makers, maybe the Elijah Craig's, Evan Williams' old granddad, the old Crow dog shit. This
Old
is...
Tub.
Well, that's even tough to kind of get a hold of sometimes. But, like...
Canadian Mist.
Black Velvet.
Well, we're talking
we
about
are gonna have to do
American
this.
bourbons here, Christ. Like, let's circle back
We
here.
don't have to. Let's talk about Black Velvet.
We might
Anyway, we're not doing that.
$7.
So, whatever. I'm going to tell you guys right now, my overall opinion of Knob Creek actually goes down a little bit after these past 2 weeks of tastings. I had a little bit more faith in them.
So I mean, we were drinking like the upper tier last week.
Yeah, and will I stick with that? Obviously, but like that 15-year was $100. Would I go back and get another bottle after this shenanigans and trying everything? No.
No,
Yeah.
there's too many other options.
No, yeah.
Right.
I would rather go get an Elijah Craig barrel proof, like a C920, the
That is
latest and
my
greatest,
that's one of my go-tos.
and be blown away and spend $70.
What about a B19?
If I had, well, actually I have 2 left, but
What?
or even an A. Yeah, we actually could.
Now
We're getting into that tonight.
I haven't looked at the chat here, so what do we got here? Shelly says, "How can you make it better if you bought it by mistake?" Oh no, we already went through that, Shelly.
did that.
Are you used to drinking Crown Royal and Perrier? Asks Uncle Punky.
Oh,
Interesting, Crown and Perrier.
So I think Crown and Perrier would be great. I like Crown and Coke. Crown and Diet, really.
Dude, Crown.
But Crown is a great mixer.
Listen, Crown
Solid
is
mixer.
probably the best Canadian whiskey mixer, and I'm gonna tell you right now, ginger ale. Every Crown
Crown and
and
ginger,
ginger.
absolutely.
Dude,
I like-
Crown and ginger.
Crown Apple.
Crown apple and ginger.
Oh, dude, Crown Apple by itself.
Yeah,
Dude.
I've had some
Amazing.
bad Crown nights.
Yeah,
Crown
on the
above
rocks.
Jack, Crown above Jameson. If you're gonna mix any whiskey
Agreed.
with anything,
Agreed.
you Crown. Crown is a better mixer.
Definitely.
It's the best
Yeah.
mixer. And for the price. It's
yeah.
a great price.
Yep.
Elmer out there says, added Elijah Craig to my Total Wine wish list. Thanks, guys. Dude, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
Talk to him about
So
Anything
so
with
right
Elijah
now,
Craig.
hold on, this is big because right now,
Big
if you're
news.
in Vegas, this is for our friends that are viewing from Vegas. At Total Wine, Elijah Craig released today or yesterday. It's a store pick, small batch Elijah Craig. So that's the run of the mill. You can get it every day, but it's an 11-year barrel pick from Total Wine,
It's unreal. That's unreal.
which, from what I hear, it's like $35.
Dude.
That's unreal.
I'm gonna buy as much as I can.
Dude,
I'm gonna
like,
buy it now.
Seriously.
go to Total Wine. They close at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
If you're on the show, we're going to wrap up in the next 10-20 minutes.
We're gonna go do our own thing.
Go to Total Wine. Get your Elijah Craig
11-year
small batch
store pick?
barrel pick.
Come
Yeah.
I'm super
It's an
excited for
11-year
that.
barrel pick.
It's
Dude,
gonna be
and
big.
So you got to remember, though, so hold on a second, because Elijah Craig, let me go back. Let's do a little history lesson. So Elijah Craig small batch, a handful of years ago, was called Elijah Craig 12-year. So they took away the age statement because they were running out of that 12-year barrel,
Okay.
and they needed to start mixing it with some younger juice because bourbon was picking up popularity.
Yeah.
48 years.
So
right?
well, no, their small batch is like 9 to 12 right now. So,
Still a good.
but the
age.
12 obviously has dwindled.
Yeah. you
But
don't
to
know.
have a straight up, single barrel. So what our friends out there in the chat need to remember, a single barrel is it's not blended with other barrels. It's one barrel that's aged straight 11 years. What they do normally with small batch is it's different barrels blended, and then the distiller tastes it, the master distiller, and he's like, yeah, that's kind of the Elijah Craig small batch taste, go bottle it. And they move on. And he tastes like a vat of like 5,000 gallons. Total Wine got like 3 or 4 barrel picked, like straight barrels, and they tasted them. And this one barrel, they thought blew it out of the water. So if you're in Vegas, they just started selling it today, $35.
That's insane.
Go get it.
Hold on.
That's going to be a 3.
I'm going to
Go.
time out all of us for just a second to
Yes.
say this. Maybe a little illegal, but DM us
Who?
at our Instagram.
Oh, DM.
DM.
Shoot us a message on Instagram.
Let us know if we can help you out.
Direct
in any
message.
way, because this is a big deal.
Oh.
So you talk to us,
Oh.
we talk to you.
We could maybe send out some bottles to people.
Right?
I mean, you shouldn't say that because
Gift.
that's
We
illegal.
could gift some bottles.
We could gift a T-shirt, and then there might be something like free with that.
Let's find out
All
what we
right,
can
there's
find
terms of
first.
service
Yeah.
that we have to abide by
Let
on
us know.
YouTube.
But all 3 of us are on the hunt for that 11.
We'll say that. But DM us on Instagram.
We might be able to help each other out.
We'll
if
help
you know
you.
what I mean.
Scratching backs. What do they say about that, right?
You scratch mine, I'll scratch yours, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Funny thing about my back is that it's on my.
Whoa!
Anyway, what do we got? We got the chat lighting up here. What do we got? Uncle Punky says Crown Royal and Perrier. Yes, we said
That's
that.
excellent.
Barndoor says, "Let it be your end of the night drink when you really don't care how it tastes."
That is perfect.
Yes,
Fair.
that is
Dude,
exact.
when you're drinking for
fair.
effect,
When you're drinking for effect,
when you're that hammered,
exactly.
Nothing
Like,
matters.
and we call it. So what I do, like in our circle, I call it our guest whiskey, guest bourbon.
Yeah.
This sits like I have a little like a little tasting area of a bunch of open bottles. Those are for all the guests. Like these are all the randos that show up at my house whenever I have like a barbecue.
I have 2 purple crowns and a crown apple at home.
Yeah.
That are just ready to pour.
Yep.
They're
Crown
guest
apple's easy.
guest
Totally
bourbons.
easy.
What about crown peach?
Crown Peach.
No, that's
I have
awesome.
not had that.
I haven't had it
Crown
yet.
peach and ginger is out of control.
We're way
Crown
off.
peach and
We're
Sprite.
way off.
We're way off
So
topic.
we
Hold
need
on.
To, we need to wrap this
Back
up.
to the chat. Back to the chat. Elmer says, "Haven't we all had Crown Royal nights?" Yes.
What happens after a Crown Royal night?
We don't talk about it.
You're like, did I have a Crown Royal night?
You don't ask. You don't talk.
That's right. If I don't remember it, it didn't happen, right?
Correct.
Right. Guys, that's kind of our show tonight. We wanted to make it quick. Look forward to our, we have some new content coming up. I wanted to, chat with you guys. A lot of you join us for these live shows, and we really appreciate that. But we want to change our format a little bit. So what we plan on doing is we'll still have the live show on Thursdays, but you're going to start seeing more reviews for us in a shortened format.
Right.
So we want to knock out some more reviews because we've noticed that a lot of our competition on YouTube here does like 2 to 5 minute reviews, and then they do like the live show.
Yeah, like your casual viewer.
Honestly, I have more fun with you guys in the chat on the live show
Hell yeah.
and talking to like 10 or 20 people than just putting out a review with no feedback. But we're going to jump on the bandwagon. We're going to do it. Shout out really quick. Follow us on Instagram at the Barrel Buds. Follow our Facebook group, and that's going to be big soon.
Yep.
The Barrel Buddies. Look
No
for
doubt.
our logo. You'll see our logo on Instagram and Facebook.
Easily identifiable.
Zach's running the show on the social media, so look out for Zach.
Yeah, if I'm messing up, let me know in the chat.
Yeah,
I won't.
he's gonna start making some posts.
Hey, you troll.
Yeah, troll. Yeah.
So here's what I envision, to shout out to some of our friends there. We want to do a barrel pick in 2021 of something. Haven't even decided
Oh,
yet.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a 200 bottle commitment of we don't know what.
Something. What we do know is it's high quality and very good.
Obviously, it'll be high quality. That's what we represent.
That's what
is
we
high
do.
quality and very good.
No dog shit.
No
Says
dog
the guy
shit.
who likes cold duck.
Says the guy that's pounded his Andre.
Hey, Dre's for days, baby.
Dude, what if we called up
You're drinking
Andre and could do the first people to do an Andre barrel pick or something?
I'm
Yeah.
in. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm committed. I think we should do this. I say 2022 is our year.
I am stepping away from this. Andre Champagne.
No.
I think that you are stepping away from an opportunity, Zach.
Why don't we find out where Andre's made, and
Let's
maybe
go.
we could
You
go
wanna
there,
go?
and we could do a live show at Andre.
Would you guys like to see that? Help us.
Hold on,
Help us
I
do
know,
this.
and I know this. We
This is
totally
ridiculous. The
off the
champ
rails.
champs are on the road, baby.
Yeah.
To the
can you
Andre.
imagine?
I can't imagine. I can imagine.
And we like
it's cool.
we put Andre back on the map 2021.
People are like,
Let's find out.
Dre, let's do
No.
this.
It's
Listen,
Dre Day.
this is coming from a guy that,
Monday, Friday,
you know,
Saturday.
listen, a little TMI, but before I would walk into the club, I mean, I obviously don't club anymore, but before I walked into the club or the strip club, we would pound an Andre Cold Duck or a Mad Dog Blue in the parking lot.
Why
And
not
then-
40s? I would pound
No, I don't do
No, we're not doing
40s. I'm not doing
40s.
40s.
Biggest
No
40s, biggest
40s on this
40s.
show.
No, we're not doing
Andre.
grenades.
Ugh.
We'd rather do
Hey.
Dre.
Alcoholic freaking.
Back to the
grape
chat. Uncle Punky says I'll be in Vegas next Thursday.
This is the best news.
No, here's the best news on top of it. Can bring anything from PA.
juice. Whoa.
Here's what I'm thinking.
We gotta talk.
We gotta
I'm
talk,
gonna call you
because-
as soon as we're done.
Imprint Brewing. Imprint.
That
And
is
then
right.
Southern Tier.
Nice.
So we got Southern Tier as well.
Punky, we're calling you as soon as we're done, and maybe you'll be on the show next week.
And
Hell
Elmer,
yeah.
and so Elmer in the chat says I would definitely watch an Andre show episode. So
All right.
Different
I-
Dre's?
All right, fine.
I
I'm stepping back in.
There it is! Commitment!
I'm gonna be. You guys go back. So that was 3 episodes
be
ago. So tonight, last week, the week prior,
Yeah,
we
the
did
Dre.
champagne for
We
New
did.
But
Year's.
did we actually like the Dre?
Yes!
Or were we
We
like,
loved it.
Dude, the Cold
It was
Duck.
so good.
Listen, the Cold Duck's been around since.
Oh my god. 1930 is
Holy
when they
moly.
started
Okay.
making Cold Duck
That's
out of Detroit.
right. That's
Out of
right.
Detroit!
my God.
If they've
saying
if they've
Cold Duck is
lasted,
old.
old.
if Cold Duck has lasted for 100 years almost,
There's a reason.
there's a reason.
That's
It'll
what I
last for
said.
100 more.
That's
There's
what
a
I said.
reason, you know.
Dude, I get to see Uncle Punky next week? Punky, we're gonna call you. We should have you on the show.
Hell yeah.
And Barndoor just said, did a quick Google, Andre is available in cans.
No!
Oh my god!
I've never seen that before. A sparkling wine in cans. I
That's
would love to
amazing.
pop a freaking Andre.
So would I.
And then Elmer says, Zach, did you drink your 40s in the paper bag?
Absolutely. And you have to get the skinny paper
That's
bag
fantastic.
and then twist it right above the
Oh.
right below the
Oh.
top.
Garbage. Anyway.
Mickey's. It's the
Gross.
dude. It's fine malt liquor.
No, it's not.
You guys do not appreciate.
Oh,
it.
hold on.
Schlitz is fine.
Hold
malt
on.
liquor.
Shelly said, I tried your guys' rosé suggestion. It was a good choice.
Oh, all right.
That's what we like to hear.
Hey,
Excellent.
viewers
I did
out
like the
there.
rosé.
Hold on, I'm going to point something out.
Yes.
Viewers, we have a viewer who just put in the chat, they tried our recommendation and
Liked it.
they liked it.
Hell yeah. So
Credibility, baby.
there we go. The first credibility.
Shelly,
statement.
thank you.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Guys, we're the Barrel Buddies. I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ.
Have a great night. Look out for our reviews. And if not, we'll see you next Thursday on the live show.
Drink well.
Don't forget,
be
subscribe, click the bell, the regular rigmarole, like
Like,
this show.
Share it.
well. Let
We're
us
still-
know.
we're still not
Support
monetized.
Us. Support us. Let's do it. Yeah.
Support us. DM us on Instagram for whatever.
Here we go.
All
Social media
shenanigans.
captain here. Drink
Yeah.
well, be well.
We'll talk to you soon, Uncle Punky. Everybody have a great night.